everybody. Welcome to a special Covenant live stream in celebration of this Beautiful, beautiful product. The Dragonlord mini set featuring the art of Ed Beard Jr. in cooperation and partnership with Eric's Curiosa, makers of the Sorcery trading card game, which you probably know if you're watching this right now. Although we do have some longtime fans that just watch, apparently, whatever we put out, and they don't even know a lot of the games that we play.
For some reason, they put up with us.
In the Earthborn tutorial, there was a lot of people in the comments that were like, I don't even play this. I just like to listen to you guys talk.
That is, of all the videos to just watch, if you want to watch us, that is an interesting one to do.
It's like, I find myself watching it, like, I have it like, I'm watching it on my YouTube channel just to kind of see how the quality is, and then it comes up in my YouTube feed, and then I'm like, I'll click on that again, and then I like get lost in watching it. It's so weird.
Do you have I have this happen a lot. I don't necessarily enjoy watching myself.
Yes.
But if I do end up ever engaging with like a short or something that we did, there's so many things that you say or I say that until I saw the video of it, I would have never. If you'd asked me, did Steven ever make this joke? I've never heard him say that.
Yeah.
Which is a little terrifying.
It is a little terrifying. Who knows what we say on these streams? That's why we do it. It's live. It's unfiltered. It is raw. We got John over there in the booth running things today, crushing it. Dragonlord fan himself.
Backup John today,
John
just so we all know.
Can we call you Second John?
Second John, that's fine. He was here first.
Second John?
First John, Second John.
It's kind of
John
funny.
Twice removed.
Covenant name. We can just really lean into that vibe.
Hey, I wanted a sparkling water. Wait, I opened one. Where did it? Is that yours?
That is my. I brought it in here. And
okay, I'll go get one. But hey, for real, everybody, these pre-orders are moving a lot faster than I thought they would.
No FOMO, but FOMO.
Yeah, I mean, like not. I don't know. There's no good way to thread this needle, but
well,
I would order it soonish because it has taken me by surprise, the velocity of sales. All I'm saying is that
and you're not a particularly sales optimistic person.
I was one of the more conservative of the
this morning we're talking about. Yeah.
If the velocity of pre-orders continues and even decreases to the point that I presume that it will after the early demand is there, I don't know how much longer we'll have these in.
Yeah.
So that's just real.
So pre-orders for Dragonlord are up on our website.
Get some water.
Yeah. It's limit 1 per person. So you can only order 1 in your account. And these are set to release at Gen Con, which is the very, very tail end of July. And fulfillment on our side should be around that same time. But these are very finite in terms of how many we have. So don't... And, we have Arthurian Legends and beta and precons and stuff in stock and have for a while. I don't expect these to remain in stock super long, and I say that in the least FOMO way possible. If you want to pre-order...
I just got an update on sales.
If you want to pre-order from us, and you're watching this, and it is July 10th, 2025, I would do it.
What you're saying is more accurate than you even think that it is, given the recent update.
People are asking questions. So this is a mini set. All the art's done by Ed Beard Jr. Can you pull the Dragonlord up, the card? So this is the avatar that comes in the box. And tap, player draw site, standard. But before setup, you can set aside a unique dragon. Once on your turn, there's a line there. If you meet its threshold, you may pay 3 to gain its ability this turn, or its abilities. So you pick a dragon, and you can, on any turn, pay 3 and get its abilities, assuming you meet the threshold requirement.
Now, does this abilities include its power? Because somebody said a comment last night in the Discord that made me think that it did, and it was David Floating Skull. But is power an ability? You see, I mean, it's like this basic thing. Is it?
These are questions for someone else. But real quick, I do want to read the back of the box. And I have to be careful because we have not been given... I do have a copy of it here, but we've not been given permission to reveal...
We can't open it.
Anything. I mean, we could open it. We just couldn't publicly say or show anything.
I don't want
it. Give you one of those things where it's like a React video.
Yeah.
Where I'm just looking, oh my God, but not actually saying what it does. Anyways, the back of the box says, I know I can say this. Explore the draconic fantasy art of Ed Beard Jr. in this unique collaboration with Eric's Curiosa, Sorcery Contested Realm. Eric's Curiosa's Sorcery Contested Realm contains a full set of 13 game cards and 1 premium foil card.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we know is in this box.
I know in the announcements they've said they said 13 functionally unique dragon-themed cards.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the play set. You get the box, you get everything you need to play maximum copies in a deck. The foil, though, and see, here's what something you need to know. Also, these Rip Van wafers are new. Did you see these?
I had one of those.
How was it?
It was delightful.
Is it loud? Is it going to be loud on camera?
No.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to eat that. So we have a great system here where Zach is really the primary and I would say sole contact talking to various partners and publishers
I would say primary.
About things that are happening. So information that he has about things, he typically won't tell me like unless it's important for me to know. Like if we're putting up a Dragonlord product and here's where the images are and here's it. But I don't know, and I like to keep it this way, what kind of secret information that Zach might have about a product, because I like to speculate. And the speculation, I can commune with our audience because I'm in the dark.
Yeah, you are totally in the dark.
But
so what is your speculation?
So here's what I'm saying, and Zach, don't blink or smile if you know anything about this, okay?
So
you might know something about this.
I'm going to tell you a very quick little story. Growing up, it was just a thing. Both my older brothers would just suddenly be like, for one reason or another, they would look at me and be like, "Don't smile," and they would say something like, "Don't smile unless you're a girl."
Oh, got it.
And like
That's classic middle school.
I didn't have the ability to control my smile, and then you'd smile and be like, "Oh, Jack's a girl."
Nothing changes.
Anywho, reason I say that is, I will smile. It doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
Just it's hard for me to control my face.
Okay, so whatever you do, your face is out of control, and it's not to be taken as a sign of anything.
Or maybe it is. I don't know.
All that I'm saying is, listen, I've talked to Eric a few times. I've talked to the team at Eric's Curiosity many times. I've played the game extensively. I've opened a lot of product. I've followed the game, followed the community, I feel like I have a pretty good hold on the philosophy of this team and this product. I don't think there is any way that there's not something weird in the foil slot that's either curio or special foil or something that is going to be crazy, dumb, collectible thing. Zach, I just don't think there's any way it's possible they would miss an opportunity to do something very rare and very special in this kind of product.
Like hypothetically, if there was a Dragonlord sketch card.
That kind of thing.
And there's like one of them or five of them.
That kind of thing. Or like, yeah, maybe it would be fun. It would be playably different, but maybe there's one of every one of these 13 cards. This is what I would do, actually. Don't blink or smile if I'm telling you how they're doing it. If it were me, if I were Eric, I would take the 13 cards that are fixed and I would print one alternate or curio or weird foil. Or the alternate art is hard because Ed would paint probably 26 paintings to only have 13 of the one-ofs.
But there could be sketches or half-finished.
Sketches, half-finished, alternate color treatments, saturations, black and white, alternate foiling, alternate text, maybe more flavorful text, something. One of each one of those 13 cards. So there's 13 boxes out there that have a super special something in them. I just think that that's how this company operates, strictly. And that's what I'm basing that on. Okay?
No comment.
So we will see if that's true over time. Because
we'll see soon. These are coming out in a couple weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, but like if it's 13 of them in the world, for instance, maybe I don't know how many there are, but like maybe it's a year later when you're buying one from Eric's Curiosity at Gen Con next year or something, if they're still available. I don't know if they will be. And then it's like, that's the one, and you got the thing, and it's like no one's ever seen it before. You didn't even know it was possible. I love stuff like that, actually. I don't love it in the way that I want to pursue it. I just love that it's out there.
I mean, it still could be out there. Like for Arthurian Legends. Perhaps there's...
It could be a one-of.
A one-of Holy Grail, actually. A one-of.
Isn't that crazy? And it has rules text on it. Oh, can you imagine?
All right. We got to start opening these Arthurian Legends boxes.
All right. Headcanon, there's totally somebody out in the universe who's playing with that card and has no idea what they're playing
true.
with.
It's so true. There's like a random person and they're just like, oh, I got a Holy Grail. That's
me when I was 9 without sleeves. You just like open it. It's like, oh, I'll shuffle this in my deck.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the collectors out there just die.
You guys have any questions about Dragonlord? Does anyone agree with me that they're going to do some kind of curious thing here? I just want to know if it's seen as no.
Yeah, I
they
think,
just don't do boring stuff like that.
Broseph Stalin had a similar idea.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool.
That could be it. What if there's the 13 foils and then the 14th card is that super special one of, and there's just one box in the world that is like the Dragon's Hoard treasure thing.
It would be cool enough if it was just the 13 cards randomly are foil, and you get one foil in a box, and it's really limited, so people that are really into it are going to collect all the foils, and it's like a whole thing. That would already be a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
But I fully out of context, and no, this is not coming from anything I actually do know. It's just, it would seem like a missed opportunity not to do something in that slot that is different, unique, special. And they've done a really good job so far of doing that in ways that are, I guess, unexpected or, unprecedented. That's probably the better way to say it.
Pork chop sandwiches. Winter pre-orders charge the moment you check out. You pay now.
For now. We might have an update to that soon. Not before this, though.
Not before this, but they pay now. You see what I'm saying?
They do
you
pay now.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we know
You're going to start saying that a lot? Pay now?
You pay now.
Pay now. But with the subscription currently, you pay later.
I don't know if there's any Ed Beard Jr. art that maybe is in the back catalog that they could port in for a curio version of something. What else would be really cool? Curio or like super special version of Buried Treasure and Sunken Treasure and like Dragon's Hoard versions of those cards. I still wouldn't play it, but like I would put it in the binder. And then also, Zach, is there going to be a water dragon?
Surely.
And if there's going to be a water dragon, is the ability on the water dragon worth playing Dragonlord in a mono water deck? And if that's true, then that will revolutionize this water deck that I'm building right now.
Yeah, what is the deck you're building?
I just want to run pirate ships again.
I hope we get a heavy sea pirate set at some point.
Like, what would you call that? Not the Three Musketeers, but like that kind of like swashbuckling kind of vibe. Yeah, the high seas kind of set of Flesh and Blood.
Yeah.
We're going to play some Sealed, actually, today.
Yep, sure.
Because we're feeling good about...
We're going to play some Sealed in honor of leaving this sealed.
Is there anything else back here that's worth looking at?
I think there might be things back there we can't talk about.
There are two other cards that we've got in our system that we can show that Ars Curiosa has shown, but we don't have to.
Show me the second one.
Let's look at them.
Okay. Anyone got any pre-order questions for us? Cradle of Ethereum. 2 cost. A unique relic and hope of an ancient race. Anytime during your turn you may look at your next spell. You may cast dragons from the top of your spell book here for 1 less.
I mean, what's crazy about that is this is also just a card that's going to be generally useful in certain kinds of decks. Like Shapeshift. Look at the top 5 and Transform. You get to know what card it is. There's a lot of things like that that will continue to be in the game.
Just like the permanent ability to look at the top card of your deck.
Yeah, it's like the card that's like reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a monster, you can play it, these kinds of effects. So this is going to be a long time, not just dragon related thing.
Are you want to do the 4-2 split?
Yeah, whatever you want to do, yeah.
I don't care.
I'm cool with it.
Let's see, the only other card that we've got is this bad boy right here.
Yeah, Ignis. This is the one I didn't... So, Airborne and Immune to Fire. Once in your turn, discard a fire card, deal 3 at a targeted J. So breathe fire.
Yeah. I mean, this is a pretty good Dragonlord ability. You can basically pay 3, discard a card, do 3 to something nearby for the rest of the game. Yeah.
So it's kind of almost like you always have a Firebolts in hand kind of thing. Is that kind of vibe?
Yeah.
But you got to pay 3 for it, and then you discard. Well, yeah, that's like playing a Firebolts.
Without the card.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Well, turn any card into Firebolts.
And sometimes better than Firebolts, sometimes worse than Firebolts.
That's right.
Better against Shellycoat.
Yeah.
For instance.
Specifically.
Which I know everybody's really concerned about.
That was definitely, when I'm evaluating cards, that's definitely where I'm at.
Yeah.
How does this rank against Shellycoat?
Yeah.
Will this finally...
In fact, so I've been doing playtesting for Gen Con because I'm going to Gen Con to play in the first Crossroads.
What's your take on the Archimago? What do you do? What's your strategy? Play it or beat it? You're a beat it kind of guy. You're gonna play it, aren't you?
I don't know yet.
Oh, you disgusting man.
No, I've been.
If you don't know, then you're playing it.
I you know what? So I'm playtesting with Roger.
Okay.
He's the main guy I'm playing with, which is an old friend from the Wolfpack days. And he and I both, for a while, like, we played Fab very competitively on the Wolfpack. And there was always this tension of, like, what are we willing to be public about?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was drama. I say drama, but there was conflict about not only what are we public about, but then who gets the credit was sometimes a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, you've been cooking on this water deck, and then 2 weeks before the tournament, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Let me play it. And I play it, and I go win a tournament, and it's like...
Like David just steals it outright, as an example.
Yes. Yeah, like Floating Skull just sleuthing you.
And then completely just
Anyways,
entirely.
So, Roger and I happened to be on a very similar page, which was like, we don't really care about any of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not like this needs to be hidden or we care about credit. Mm-hmm. We're just playing a game and having a good time and whatever. So I say all that to say, with the Wolfpack, I was a lot of times being very sensitive to, it was less about stuff that I knew was my stuff and more things I would learn about. This is the way Hamilton's playing this deck. And not that Hamilton had a problem with anything either being shared. But I say all that to say, I don't know yet. What I've been doing is kind of a tour of good decks. Mm-hmm. So I can try to understand.
You play some Druid?
Yep.
Yeah, Druid's good.
Druid, Archimago, Sorcerer, Battle Mage, Avatar of Earth are the 5 that I've been.
No AOA, no Avatar of Air. It's got some legs. Apparently.
It's got legs. I can't see myself playing it. Mm-hmm. So it's not. It was basically. What could I see myself playing? Play the good versions of those decks that are available, just to see what cards are typically being played and how they're used and all this kind of stuff. Just try to understand. Just now starting to like tweak. Another person I talked to about sorcery a fair amount is Jesse.
Yeah.
From the Win Agenda. We go way back. So, anyways, if I am going to play Archimago, I would play a version of it that I feel like is different.
There's a lot of versions floating around out there.
Yeah.
I started looking at them.
I really like the Druid though. Like, it's good.
Mm-hmm. It's like fundy good.
Yeah.
And it's kind of got an early aggro thing too with Tawny, and you can line up certain spells. And
that's one thing I like with either with Druid and Archimago is like you can play them aggressively, which is that's how I would play it ultimately. I can't help myself. Yeah. I've tried to do that before. What tournament did I go to? Oh, it was the Alpha Clash Pro Tour last year. Mm-hmm. I was playing a control deck that the team was playing, and I had a young baby, so I was like not involved in the testing very much. And like halfway through the tournament, I was watching Hamilton play. It's like, oh, I've been playing your control deck like an aggro deck all day. Mm-hmm. Like watching you play it, I am not built for this. Yeah, that tournament was tough. It was a tough tournament for me. Yeah. So
do a little aggro mago.
Aggro mago. It's right there in the name. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Not ship that?
Oh, there is a card on the back of this that hasn't been spoiled.
Yes, there is.
I hope nobody saw that. Or maybe they did.
Dude, look at this. Mal Rock saying, just did my pre-order of Dragonlord and activated a sorcery sub. Equally as excited for Gothic. Thanks, team.
This is
I think Gothic is going to be insane.
Can we add this to our seal pool? 7 each?
I would love to. If Eric in the live chat right now says that that's okay.
Open it and play it.
Then I would absolutely do it.
I'll tell you what. Can I just open it and look at the water dragon?
You could.
If anyone from
it's like the reaction video, you know?
If anyone from
look at the foil, look at the water.
Give me clearance to do that. I won't say what it does.
All I'll say, I'm not going to lie, I tried. Zoom in, enhance, zoom in, enhance. Greg Robinson, will the local game stores have the Dragonlord mini set? Yes, they will. They're supposed to be solicited this week from distribution, but I'm at this point, I have no idea what's going on that side of the fence.
I just think it's a very limited product.
Yeah, I just checked. It is not going to last very long.
I've seen Drew is in here in chat right now.
Oh, Drew. Drew
I haven't seen any of the other.
Drew said, "I am not touching that." Hi, Drew. Good to see your name pop up.
Hey, Reaper got a cornerstone, yeah. Did you see those?
I did briefly. You mentioned it, but it's like next week, right?
Our old friends in where is it? In Colorado that we went to Netrunner.
Petries?
No, it's not Petries. It's Games Ahoy. But I think it's in the same. What was that city?
Well, I didn't go.
Oh well.
But I remember you guys going.
It was so good. Loved it.
Who did we know there?
Matt.
Yes, Matt Dawkins.
Matt Dawkins.
Isn't it weird?
I hope Matt's still around.
It's him.
I know something about these games and traveling. You make long time relationships.
Fast Eddie says, Eric says it's cool. Trust me. Well, on that note, just kidding.
Okay, let's crack in.
Clapping Cardboard said, are you guys planning on playing any of the meta decks on a live stream?
Yeah.
That is between now and Gen Con, that is the fallback stream if we don't need to stream something else, is Sorcery.
I'm gonna eat this wafer on the off camera.
It's live, baby. You can eat it on camera. Ooh. This is the regular Far East Assassin, right? I always get nervous because the Curio is different, but in a vacuum, I don't know.
You would know. It has a certain vibe to it. Now I'm gonna redo. See, I got stuck. I got stuck in my way of thinking. My thinking about the case was very uptight.
When was that?
Just in general. Ooh, foil Gosswood Home. That's pretty good.
That's cool.
In sealed in general, the idea of not really caring about your curve so much and caring more about kind of this 4 and 5 strength threshold.
The beefies.
But then
the overhead camera looks a little fuzzy.
It's a little blurry. I keep getting run over in sealed. Like, there's no reason you should have beat me last time. But you just had little dumb stuff early, and I couldn't ever stabilize.
I am now vaguely remembering that.
I can mess with this. Zach, tell me when I'm closer.
Okay.
Farther.
Closer. It's like going to the eye doctor. Further. Camera 1.
How's that?
Go a little tighter.
How's that?
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, nice. So I'm going to respect the curve, and this is freaking beautiful, Zach. I've never seen
the foil helmet.
I mean, that's really nice. It's also this is a good card for sealed, right? Very annoying.
It is a nice foil.
That's
cool. You see the signature on the bottom right?
Nice.
That's kind of cool.
Nice. Cast an exile. Hey, that's good. Get a removal. Okay, so what am I going to do? Minions, removal, other stuff. And then anything that's notable, like this helmet, I'll put up here. Let's see. I'll do...
This makes me nervous. This pack is laid out in a really strange way. So
like a curio
I had
way?
a foil, but then the location was not in the back. And I saw the squire in the back, which made me think it was a curio, but it's not the curio.
But it's all ordinaries, right?
Yeah, but like the sight's in a weird spot. So I
Do
just
sites not usually live back there? Like, I got a site back here.
I thought the site was at the end. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, man. I got a Black Plague, though. That seems good.
That's very good. Ooh, cast an exile and magic missiles kind of are pushing me. They're pushing me.
Chris saying, cards all must be bad, not able to preview with a wink. Yeah, I don't think that's true. I personally love not knowing everything in a release before I get it. Don't love that.
Ooh, Wyvern.
That is a good card.
Isn't it funny how good some of these things are? Thundering Giant? Oh, man.
I got Sir Agravane, which I hate because he's got water.
But he's an incredible card.
Yes, he is.
2 Leyline Hedges.
Are you going to ley line in the sealed with your 2 Arthurian Legends packs?
I can't.
Larry saying, what up? Saying, got my mini set between flights.
Oh, good for him.
So our tech director was visiting this week, and he flew back this morning. And that's Larry. And in between those flights...
And we call him Larry.
We actually call him, oh yeah, Larry. And he was able to get a Dragonlord. So he can rest easy on his second flight. All right. So my method, for anyone that cares, it's a thing where like you don't know if you should care yet. If I win, then you should care.
I'm deep in removal right now. On this pirate ship, yet again, taunting me as usual.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
It's an absolute trap.
Beautiful card though. Beautiful trap.
It's built to trap me.
Yeah.
Specifically.
You could rename it to Steven Trap. Andre, what up? I like
Oh my gosh.
using, so we're using the draft what do they call this?
Now, Extinguish
Draft
is the one you've got to watch.
Yes, it says glittering instead of guttering
Oh, good.
on the byline.
Good job.
I know that one. I've looked at. It is funny what the curios do to your opening experience. I pay attention. It, in one way, it's nice because you go slow and you pay attention. In another way, it's very terrifying.
Give me now.
Well, it's just like I'm nervous the whole time. And there are people I saw talking on our Discord. They buy bulk to dig for curios and have found them.
And it actually works. Yeah. I'll never forget at Gen Con, our first Gen Con, that tournament, that 8-person draft guy passed a curio free city. And the guy who received it said nothing. And then at the end of the tournament was like, y'all. I don't think he said anything to the person who passed it because that would just be devastating to know.
I don't know what I would do in that situation.
I want to think my better angels would come out and be like, hey, dude, like, just so you know, you should keep this because it's a special card with a lot of money.
So,
but then, like, the greedy, real human side of me would be like, cash in, baby.
Old sticky finger Steven. I think in the seat of person receiving that pass, I would have to pass it back and say, I think you should look at this one more time.
To at least give them one more chance to screw it up. Oh my gosh, Zach. I don't want to say how good it is again.
You did that last time.
I was so wrong last time. I wasn't wrong. I was so dumb last time.
I don't know how much of that's the lesson that we should be taking.
Like maybe if I run the game 100 times, I win 99 of them.
That is so easy to be true, actually. Okay, Pet seems like a good person. I would for sure tell the person, assuming they didn't know. Yeah, I don't. The thing is, here's the real rub. I'm ready for the rub. If I was the person that passed it, and then you were like, "Hey, man, there's a curio in here," I would feel so compelled
to let me have it
to say, "It's cool, I passed it." Like if you fan through cards and you're like, "Oh my goodness, I have this thing." And you were willing to tell me that I missed it.
Okay.
I feel like I would have as much guilt being on the other end of the exchange and keeping it as then saying, cool, thanks, let me take that card instead.
Okay. Well, you know, I don't even want to speculate as to how much I probably would not do that because I don't like what it says about me, okay?
It is very revealing if you actually...
Because it's like, oh my gosh, that Free City Curio is something that I have wanted for an extremely long time. But
it's maybe not quite on like the curio length, but if you know you're missing something to complete a playset, would you draft it just to get it?
Oh yeah.
I have done that
every time.
Yeah. This is a nice story from Cappadocious. We had the same thing happen at our draft with Avalon Curio. The guy gave it back to him, and then we all bought him packs for being awesome.
Oh, good for you guys.
That is the vibe right there.
Set the vibe.
Forest Assassin's not bad.
No, it's not. A lot of cards are surprising, as I found.
So my method is remove the locations and the water cards.
See, but you might be getting stuck too. No, with this much beta, you're not getting stuck. Let's just say you're not getting stuck, dude.
I will say the draft kits make the water cards better because previously the cost of playing water when we were using all the basic sites from beta was partially because you also get a bunch of locations that are way worse.
Yeah.
Like instead of deserts that do one to everything or foot soldiers, you get to look at the top card of your deck.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
Can you just say that one more time for people on the back?
You're right. Let me go and text Serena.
The 3 times in our marriage that she has said that, I have very much asked her to repeat it.
3 times. You probably remember them, right? I remember them like they were yesterday.
I do indeed.
Do we like field laborers just in general?
I don't know. What do they do?
3 for 2 and then tap to gain 2 mana.
So in limited, in my experience, card draw is so precious that like I would almost rather just have something that does something than ramping.
You could also argue that these are 2 sites you don't have to draw, which means you can draw cards for turn instead.
Assuming he doesn't get...
Are you going to remove a field labor if you see me drop it on my side of the board? Are you going to bury it?
If you have 3 sites on the board and you have no sites in your hand, he's very tempting to remove.
That's also kind of good, though, right? Because then you're not removing my Thundering Giant.
The real question is going to be what card is on the top of the stack of cards you're not playing compared to that card.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I'm not an expert.
You're just a guy.
I'm just a guy. A guy who doesn't play water. But really, though. Still seems good. Where did we land on Highland Clansman?
It's the card you like playing and hate playing. I mean, it just is. That's just what it is.
1 threshold, 5 power.
Charge.
But you never really want to get to 7 sites.
But you got field laborers.
There it is.
Not a problem, my man.
It writes itself, basically.
And you love like pit vipers and all things pit, right?
Yeah. All things pit. Burrowing, amazing. Lethal, amazing.
Amazing.
1 cost burrowing, lethal.
People like Redbreast Robin. I guess. See, again, like I'm just gonna play out of my comfort
In sealed,
zone.
Robin's actually pretty powerful.
It does, yeah. It's like a kind of unavoidable one to all things. It can really make some trades happen in your way. Beast of Burden even looks better than it usually does.
On Keening Banshee, do you have to have the threshold if you're paying 0 for it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
That's a bummer.
Cauldron Crones continues to be a question mark. Yeah, okay, so we definitely know we don't have enough water here to even make an attempt. Squeakers without anything else, probably not. Moonclan Werewolf is a fine 3/3 if nothing else. And if I end up running like the Foot Soldier stuff, that's fine. That's fine. How are you on Blood Ravens? I wouldn't. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Some of the best art in the set.
No, it's really good. Yeah, with that eyeball. Ugh. Sick. Okay. These guys are out. And these guys are things I didn't really want. Water. Dispel could have some play.
The Soundy. Pull the trigger and pre-order from Canada.
Wow.
Tariffs be danged.
That's some real shipping. Thank you for doing that. That's a big deal.
Here's a question. Where do you land on Mixed Air?
No.
Agreed.
Although, it'll solve your Highland Clansman problem.
You know what also solves my problem?
Not running it?
Any other unit I put on the board.
But, like, if you turn 4 a Highland Clansman, that's pretty overwhelming.
That's true. But
it's 2 cards.
2-card combo.
Yeah, 2-card combo. Tap Bearer and another ally here. Jonathan would play the Payload Trebuchet, but I can't bring myself to do it.
How do you feel about a Siege Ballista?
Is that a similar kind of impact? Yeah, it's similar.
Tap Bearer and another ally here. Do 3 damage to something 2 steps away. I don't think it's feasible.
I just don't think you ever want 2 things on the same square in this game.
I agree.
Let's target enemy adjacent to. I watched Alex's commentary on the Unland Cup finals, and really, as far as I can tell from his reading of what's important in the game, is just don't let yourself get 2 for 1. That's the whole game.
I can't deny it.
Hamlet Ablaze is actually a little bit better in sealed because you can oftentimes turn off your opponent's deck entirely by roasting one of their threshold pieces. But again, you don't really want to be doing that. But here you are. Okay. So we're definitely we're all in on air. That's not even a question.
How do you feel about Thankless Squire?
No.
Agreed.
But again,
I just agree with
I
you.
haven't been good yet.
Yeah, so why am I listening to you?
Yeah.
Dude, look at this one threshold earth stack.
All of that?
2 common sense, first
A
of
root
all.
spider?
Yeah, root spider.
Get it
for
out
sure.
of here.
Amazon warrior.
Ah, no, border militia.
Border
Oh,
militias.
my goodness.
Stonky. Boss troll.
Yeah, that's real
Look
good.
at this longbowman, too.
Yeah,
for no reason.
you wouldn't believe how long I've been seeing that card.
Longbowman?
Yeah, Cooper? No, I've seen that from the beginning when we first started playing.
Dude, the art on this Mordor Druids is so cool. I've never appreciated it like I should have. Forgive me.
All right. Well,
Hollerdale, do I spy 2 common sense? Why, yes. Yes, you do.
okay, these are all out. I find cutting the cards I definitely don't want to play, to be the easiest place to start.
It is a way to do it. That's what I'm doing. Look at this big stack of not playing. Let me count. That's too many.
So, I definitely know I'm going to threshold air.
Do we know what's the maximum number of cards I can play?
Any number. Minimum is 24.
What could go wrong?
So these are notably good air cards. Let's just get all the things that I definitely want to play. Actually, I'm pretty big on Cloud Spirit. I'm a big fan of Cloud Spirit. Airborne and +2 movement really just is usually 2 damage always across the board. Okay, these are all fine cards. We got to play the 2 berries. We're also playing all of these air cards.
This is gonna be hard, Steven.
It's kind of these are good pools because I feel like it's hard because there's so many good cards here.
That is the difficulty I'm having.
Okay, so let's say we just go. We go Earth. Now the thing about Earth for me here too is I've got 3 villages, which is actually quite notable. Free little footies.
I agree.
But the only reason for me to go 2 threshold Earth is 1 wyvern.
That's a large, scary, terrifying, horrible reason to go Earth.
Big scary monster. But you can also get away with like 3 Earth sites, and maybe you pick up on turn 6 or turn 7, you pick up that 2nd Earth to play wyvern. It's a hard card to cut. It also picks up Dwarven Digging Team. Let's not forget. Meantime, if I go 2 fire, I pick up Minor Explosion and Lumbering Giant, really. You could pick up Pukas. That's a good card.
Pukas is good, man.
That's a really good card. Devastating, because we don't have any card draw in these decks, so.
Goodness, I love that art.
Yeah, great. Drew. I love Drew's style.
Yeah. Drew's big fan of Drew.
Am I going to cut the wyvern? Seriously?
I don't know how you can.
I don't either.
It's just essentially for there. You have to have an answer to that card immediately, or you just slowly lose across 2 or 3 turns. What up, Brian?
Okay, let's back up a little bit. Let's see the cards we really want to play.
Cards I can cut. I feel like I don't love what's happening.
Ranged, notably a little better in sealed. It's a little better because if it's basically a removal spell once, it's real good. So I'm gonna convince myself to run Shearwood Huntress as well.
I need help. Lord of it's a don't ever cut wyvern.
I know. Maybe I'm just gonna go 4 across and let the cards tell me what I'm doing. Just 4 all across. Mulligan down 1 of each, and then pick them up. I think I can do that. That's a fine thing to do.
I don't even know.
Leaving the heart of the cards, Willie.
That's it, right? And I do have both ruins and windmills, so this is very helpful actually to make this strategy work. This is very helpful. Actually all things are fine now. Gosswood Helmet is good, yeah? Tell me that's good.
Very good.
Wildfire, phenomenal card.
Mm-hmm.
Heat Ray, excellent. Minor Explosion, great. Lumbering, fine. Puka, sorry, John. There's a lot of cards that try to pop up.
It was just a test. It was a test.
All right, so let's not do that yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. Dang.
Okay. I don't like what's happening.
You got to run the Scarabs. 24. Scorpions are in the conversation.
I'm going to cut down to 24, and then I'm going to have you look at my pile of cards I cut.
Yeah, okay, let's do that for each other.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah, that's good. Let's do that. We'll do that for... We can go ahead and crystallize our own bad understanding of how to play sealed.
Yeah, and just make it worse.
By making it worse together.
What could possibly go wrong?
And then... I don't know. Puka's... I don't know. Guys, is Puka's... How hard are we going to go for Pukas here?
Pukas are good.
But like a 2 Thresh Fire at 3, I don't even know if I'll be able to play him early. I'll be having to collect Threshold throughout the game.
I think you're going to hate my deck.
Yes. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
I'm just shooting straight.
I'm kind of built to hate most of the things that you do.
I'd cut Pukas before Wyvern for sure.
Yeah. Definitely. There's a 25th card here. It's probably like Hunting Party, Pukas, Sirocco, and Cloud Spirit, probably. Those are probably the 25th card there.
It hurts everywhere.
Or is it Gotham Helmet? I mean, it might be that.
Got in the helmet?
Maybe. It's in the pile.
It's in the maybe cuts. Chaos Twister foil.
I know.
Hot dog.
Wow.
Okay, you need to choose one card from that pile to be
not-
my 24th card.
Could not be. Okay.
And if you see anything else in that pile, pull it out if you think it's like...
I'm going to hand you a pile.
Okay.
You pull out any card you think is insane not to play.
Okay.
I'm at 24.
Why don't I do the opposite? Because you probably have both, right?
What?
You probably mainly have cards that you should be playing for sure. Okay, you have to play this one. How many deserts do you have?
1.
No.
Yep.
Mordred, no. No. Insane? I'll do a list.
You need 1 card?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see if you agree, Chad, if anybody's out there to engage here. I think Black Plague and Cast into Exile are insane not to play.
I agree.
I think the next best tier is Dead of Night Demon and Land Surveyor as like second tier play if you can with Clansman.
Do you have a grapple shot?
Yes. And then I think Apprentice Wizard, Fade, Far East, Wild Boars, Mordric, and Slumbering are if you need a card, go here, but otherwise don't play them unless you have to. That's right, Dysphoria. Did you see what Dysphoria said? Usually Zach's built up by now. We've never seen you so troubled.
I am troubled. I mean, I'll walk you through cards in a second on this in my deck, because I have 24 currently, so I don't have to cut to put those in. Those are my top 2 that I didn't want to cut. Well, I'll explain it in a second.
Okay, well, I'll do the same with mine.
So my favorite card you're not playing is the Sorcery Scorpions.
I figured you would like them.
But depending on what you have, Men of Ling is also really insane.
Grapple Shot is
helps.
notable. What else might matter? Yeah. Grapple Shot is good with both of these, though. I mean, Sirocco rocks a Grapple Shot as well.
Yeah, it does.
It's a 2-for-1 situation, easy.
So because we don't have access to just like easy deserts, the Pit Viper is actually better than it used to be. Like I used to like the Scorpions primarily because they don't just die. They also have burrowing, which is nice. But
you have a penchant for lethal ever since that finals of Sorcery Con.
I mean, it just deals like if you have Wyvern, I have something to maybe deal with it. None of the cards to me felt like how much it hurts me to cut some of the cards I cut, if that makes sense.
I'll show you also, like, this feels really good.
Your removals a lot. Yeah, I don't love seeing that.
Yeah. So, but if you're a good deck builder, like if you're an actual player, like a Hamilton level player or whatever, if you see like 10 removal spells, do you change the way that you build the rest of your deck?
Probably.
And what do you change? Like, what do you think?
I mean, if you have enough removal, then you have the ability to force a long game. So then cards that are really good in a long game, like a Wyvern, are very good. Because if you put Wyvern out and I don't answer it, and you just keep answering my threats, I can never get out of that exchange.
Is there also a flip of that is if you drop like a 2-cost and a 2-cost drop a 2-cost, 2-cost, you drop a thing, I kill it, swing with my small
100%.
stuff. You drop a thing, I kill it, swing with my small stuff. That's also a reality that we're dealing with too.
Yeah, removal is just good. Strictly. So, okay. Tell me this. Cast into Exile and Black Plague are on the list. I'm just going to go through each card. So part of why I ended up cutting them, just so you're aware, is that they're 2 error threshold. I do have 2 Arc Lightning in the deck.
Oh, you got to do that.
But they're my only 2 threshold error.
You got to do that.
And I felt like too much, because I have other thresholds.
Let's see what you got. Let's see what you're dealing with.
Magic Missiles, 1 threshold. Let me just do the control side of this. I have Major Explosion.
Good. Game Ender.
2 Shadow Strikes.
I mean, if you got Major, that makes me want to put Highland Clansman in. You're gonna need 7 anyway.
Heat Ray.
Okay, so you're similarly stacked. Okay, we're gonna have ourselves we're gonna run a deck.
Lightning Bolt. Cave In.
This is more than me.
I also have 2 Common Sense to go get some of these things. Then I've got, I guess I can do this, same colors.
You're really kind of at 11. Remove all those Shatter Strikes are conditional, but we're in a similar space.
So then I've got 2 Vikings, which is part of why, between Vikings and Major Explosion, I leave Fire here.
I'm sure you're happy to do that.
Threshold, yeah. And then I've got Amazon Warriors and the Longbowmen and the Cave Trolls and the Box Troll. See if Kaufman can keep up. Border Militia, of course. Root Spider. Sirocco Scorpions. Roaming Monster and Plume Pegasus. So I have a lot of control. And
that's true. You
Black Plague is like it could be really good. Because if you have a Wyvern somewhere and I play this, it just gets the Wyvern.
That's right.
But also sometimes there's not like a position to put this where I can definitely get the thing I want to get.
Sometimes, yeah, that does happen. I mean, the problem with both of our decks is like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We kind of have as much removal as our opponent has minions. Which means that we might get in a situation where we can't do anything because everything's dead.
Avatars can go slap each other. I'm looking through to see
what is happening. This is crazy.
It's a heavy removal pool.
Foam noodle fight in the middle of the realm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have like some other bodies, but they don't really do anything.
We may need to actually have an equation that is more minions probably needed.
So one thing I do like is that a lot of my removal can also hit avatars, including.
Oh, that's true. So you can just blow up an avatar.
This also hits units.
Should we be thinking about?
This all just hits avatars.
That? So that's really good. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, but that's why I ended up here, where it's like, I felt like there's not a lot of things I won't be able to just take out permanently. And if I have this much control, shuffling it back in,
that's true.
Kind of deals with it. And this was select. It's 2 threshold and it's select. It's not choose.
I think you're better off. I would still try to find a way to get clansmen in Highland. I think you know you're going to go long game, right?
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
Cut like a Soraka is not as good without grapple. I'd cut Soraka for Highland for sure.
You know that hurts my body.
Yeah.
But we're doing it.
So I'm supposed to rush you down.
Knowing now what you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm supposed to follow my deck building ideas, right? You're supposed to play curve
smarter, not harder
stuff. That makes me wonder if Kettle Top and Land Surveyor are actually good enough in this format. I mean, look at how many.
That's where I was at on Land Surveyor. It's like technically good, but I couldn't. There's nothing I felt like I could cut for him.
I only have 10 minions right now.
So if I have 10 removal spells, you're just out of.
Okay, but we got 10 spells. So there was 4 cards. Did you choose 4 for me to run?
Oh, you said you needed 1.
Maybe I was just wrong. Maybe I have more slots than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just counted these, so I know there's 10 here.
You need a lot.
So we had these.
I feel like I would be looking for the best bodies you've got.
Oh, this is where I was.
Cloud Spirit's good.
Saracen. I already got the bodies. And then Moon Clan. So we need 4 bodies out of this mess.
That's just a 3/3, right? That's good.
It's just a 3/3, and I've got a bunch of foot, so you could get a discount, do it deploy 2 in 1 turn kind of situation.
Cloud Spirit's very good.
I like Cloud Spirit a lot.
I'm probably a Cloud Spirit, werewolf, scorpions-ish. What's that hunting party? Everything lose stealth, right?
Ranged, lose stealth,
That's
3
not bad.
power. I think that's an okay card there.
In limited, a 4 for 3 hurts less bad.
So we're cutting the helmet.
Well, the helmet, if you have a unit you want to put it on,
Like a Wyvern.
that would be good.
But it's only strike damage. So you just...
What was that one last time? Yeah. I don't know. How does chat feel about it?
I think we're cutting the helmet. Are these... Chat, who's out there? Is Angerworm out there?
The old anger crutch.
Is Moon Clan, Hunting Party, Scorpions, Cloud Spirit the best of these 4?
They definitely... Pukas is in the running. 2 threshold is a lot, though, if you're not heavy in it.
Discard a random card is very good. Like, you don't want to remove that. You lose 2 cards every time you spend removal on it.
But I feel like in limited, a lot of times you can be at 0 cards.
True.
And then get rid of it. And then it's like not as... Unless you have a proactive way to get in there. Like grapple shot into them and then swing at something that's going to kill it. Or like AoE spells that force the issue. That's my goal when I'm seeing it. Is like I will get rid of it either when I don't have cards or I have cards that I don't want.
Yeah. Puka's maybe better than Werewolf.
They look good.
Okay, we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna stick with it. What are you laughing at?
Just. I don't know if we're gonna last this stream, honestly.
Really? On the Dragonlords?
I'm pretty sure. Not.
Oh, Lord help us. Well, I can't say that's a sad thing.
Yeah, it's great.
That's incredible. Okay, fire, 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 Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
It's pretty cool. It's sneaky because in my brain, Gothic is still months away, but we are actually genuinely getting new cards. What are you looking for?
Draft pack. Yeah.
Imminently.
Imminently.
Is Dragonlord legal at Gen Con?
I think I remember somebody saying in prior streams that it would be.
Uh-oh.
But
everything changes.
That's a bad decision waiting to happen for me. Ryan Roberson, I got my pre-orders. Ryan, let me just say thank you.
Yeah.
You are a remarkable person and a huge supporter. It means a lot to have you here, honestly. I'm glad you're feeling better.
What game next?
What game next, indeed?
Okay. I think I'm just going to do 4-4-4, but I've got 2 duels that are favorable to me.
That's not fair.
So that means my double thrash seems very, very achievable.
That is awesome.
And then you always got to double check because you have it in your head. Yeah.
Those are like $100 each, too.
No,
I'm
they're
just
not.
kidding.
I just bought it. I just finished my collection. Let me hit the bathroom.
Yeah, you're good. Anyone got any questions? I'm just going to be sitting here looking like...
And if somebody tells me
I'm
to
gonna be
run
nice to
tutus,
myself.
then I will.
No one has said it. Not a soul. How you doing back there, John?
I'm doing okay. Getting by.
Yeah, we're making it.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being here.
It's Friday Eve, you know. We're just gonna get through the stream. It's Friday Eve.
Friday Eve.
What can go bad?
Yeah. Don't ask that question.
I immediately regretted it as soon as I said it.
Tyler saying, did you guys get any updates on Gothic promos? What do you mean by updates on Gothic promos? It's like I got deposed in the past year.
Oh.
And it's like I'm in a deposition. If you ask me a very specific question, maybe you'll get the answer. In a deposition, you're trying to basically answer honestly, but only answer what is actually being asked, instead of assuming you know what they're trying to ask. Chrono Core saying, I would like to see all of the dragons, please. That's something I can't answer. Mainly because I can't reach it at this point. So,
we do have this one.
That's a dragon. I wish I could understand why I think that is so cool. You got any takes on that? I mean, at some base level, you just think it is cool, right?
It just looks cool. I don't think it needs to go any deeper than that. Like, it reminds me of like the first time reading The Hobbit and hearing reading through the description of Smaug.
100%.
Or like the Balrog when you get to Moria. It's just like...
I think that looks cooler than anything I could have imagined.
I mean...
Which is what's amazing about this art.
Yeah. Ed Beard, he knows his trade.
Tyler Olson saying, your Gothic promo for TC. Don't want to know anything. Just wondering if you have heard about your card yet. Yes, I have. And it is cool. It is very cool. Ryan Rober, when does Dragonlord release? So it'll be available publicly for the first time at Gen Con. First day of Gen Con is July 31st. We're expecting to fulfill all the pre-orders for Dragonlord that we have around that time, but it won't show up. If you're at Gen Con on day 1 on Thursday, that is supposed to be the first opportunity for people to open it and check it out. Yeah, totally random. I need every single one. I need to see them, hold them, caress them, worship them.
They are dragons.
They are indeed. They are to be worshipped. Drew said, Zach, 4 spots left at the Reaper Cornerstone next weekend. You know what to do. Drew, I would love to come, and I will come down to Reaper at some point for an event. But I also have a 11-month-old who next weekend is turning 12 months old, which is important. It's their first birthday. So I will not be attending that particular event. But it is on the checklist to go to Reaper at some point in general, and it'd be cool to hang out. And it's amazing to play Sorcery, so I'll try to make it happen at some point. Tyler saying, Washburn, Wisconsin, Sorcery community of 2 has pre-ordered dragons. That's awesome.
They should have it through their distributor at some point. That's what they're saying.
We did not talk about pukas at all while you're gone. Sorry.
Am I supposed to run them?
No one took that cup.
Okay, so everybody agrees that none of us know what we're doing.
Pukas are. You knew where I was going with that.
Pukas are.
Tyler saying it's been a year of babies. Wow, that's felt fast. I'm at 4 months with the new one. Well, congratulations. 4 months. 4 months is about when the lights, the clouds started clearing. We did sleep training around 4 months, and that was game changing, because before that, literally at all points, someone was holding our baby. So like she would not sleep unless she was
just someone
in our
just
arms.
A random.
That's actually
Anybody
not
off
true.
the street.
Now it was mostly me or my wife, but
Mostly.
she was actually sleeping in her snoo for like 4 or 5 hours a night. Sometimes. Then she started sleeping like 5 or 6 hours a night by herself in her crib. Then 7 hours, then 8, then 9, then 10, now 11. It's just like different world. Still hard.
Yeah.
Different world.
I'm inclined to have pukas over Land Surveyor.
I agree.
There's times when I don't want to draw a sight at all. I've got 6.
It's like
sights,
having the
5
chords in your
sights,
deck, man.
I think pukas is pretty much always on.
Paul Boss says, if I wanted to get into Sorcery at this point, what would be my best approach? I'd like to play more of this game. I'll tell you. I'll spit some fire, as the kids say. That's what the kids say, right? It's not what they say.
Absolutely, Zach.
No cap.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
To be like the simplest start is just by the beta precons. It's a great place to start. Check the game out, play. Past that, I'd probably get a box of beta just to explore, and you get a lot of really. This is the ordinaries and exceptionals are really helpful to expand the decks, and then I'd probably get a box for Arthurian Legends at this very particular moment. Like I would cascade it. And if you're feeling really like excited, do all of it at the same time. Like if you're confident you're gonna like the game, but if you want to dip your toe in, that's like the steps I would take. And then past that point, it sort of depends on your appetite, budget, etc. Picking up singles to fill in your decks at this point, because we have a 3rd set coming out soon too. So there's just like to buy boxes to get all of it is a lot. If you love TCGs and love opening the product and want to buy, like, realistically, the upper end to me would probably be like probably 4 to 6 boxes of beta, 2 or 3 boxes of Arthurian Legends will get you play sets of ordinaries and exceptionals and a lot of the elites and a lot of the uniques. But you can kind of scale it how you want at that point.
Okay. We pukas over the Land Surveyor. And
I'm all saying, I have a 16-month-old, just wait till they start walking. My daughter is like, she's doing everything but walking.
Yeah, we're crawling and pulling up and all that.
She's like,
I'm just like, oh man.
My favorite is she'll be like standing up against a couch, and then she's got this toy that like you can push, you know. She'll be looking at it, and she's just like, and then she'll go onto it. It's like a trust fall almost. Gets me every time. And then she'll do it, and she'll go look over and give you a grin. It's very cute.
That's good stuff. All right, Milk Bread just ordered 2 boxes of beta.
Bow.
Beta's great. Beta's awesome. This 3rd wave especially is really a really nice print quality.
I feel like if we were not us, set up a thing where every time someone orders the game we're playing on stream, something happens, you know, it's like little flames.
We need to just get on Whatnot. Or eBay Live or whatever
sales.
it is. Yeah. We need just QVC. QTC. It's right there.
QTC. Wow, there it is, man. Now I'm gonna not be able to not think about that.
Yeah, we'll just do like a sales drive. For Gothic.
I'm gonna say this with as little judgment as I can, because there's no judgment in it.
But there's got to be a little bit, or you wouldn't have said that.
Well, no. It could sound like I'm going to say something that way, but I just do not like Whatnot.
Yeah, me neither.
The concept of it, the feel, the vibe.
Yeah, it's a FOMO factory.
I'm not like offended by it. I'm not like,
Yeah.
if you're into it, I don't, that's why I say no judgment.
Right.
But to me, it's just sort of, I've seen a couple, I'm just like.
Yeah. It's a vibe. It's a culture vibe. It's kind of in the more, it's in the more like FOMO-y, gambly kind of vibe. It's playing on that brain part.
Yeah.
Like a keyboard.
Oladell, with how the quality keeps improving each wave, I'm kind of hoping for a wave 4 of beta.
Yeah. The earth would explode from the angst.
That is so funny.
There might be, who knows? I don't know, and I really don't care what Eric's Curious is doing. They can do anything they want as long as I can keep playing beta and Arthurian Legends and Gothic Sealed. You want to cut these?
You're good. And soon to be, you want to cut mine?
No.
Gothic Sealed. That's the deal. I'm ready. My body's ready for a new set.
I'm more into skeletons and stuff than I've ever been. Like weird necro stuff, and we haven't even seen the divine stuff. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's not even there.
I feel like it was pitched as like angels and demons.
It was pitched like that, yeah.
So unless we're being boozled.
Okay, now the question is air, earth, fire. Got them all. And then
This is fun.
Air. Okay. This is acceptable.
I suppose I will mulligan a site.
Oh wait, we need a man who's going first.
You want to hand me that D6 brick?
Did you take a D20 to the Airbnb?
No. I need a lot of D6s.
Oh,
actually.
Here you go. I should have one over here.
Even Steven, eh?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just go first if you roll it even.
It's even.
All right. I don't even like going first.
You just know it's what you need to do.
Well, I've already mulliganed and stuff. I've seen my cards, so I can't.
Oh, I see. I don't care.
I can't choose.
Would you have chosen second regardless of your hand?
No, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
This is like that dilemma earlier, the Curio dilemma in the draft situation.
Yeah.
What would you do? I don't know.
I really don't know what I would do. I think first is we've all agreed is better. Okay. We've got a good opening hand. I feel really good about that.
Tyler says, when Gothic comes out, will you be doing a 222 beta Arthurian Legends Gothic sealed? Probably. Might be time for another one of those 12-hour live stream bananas with charcuterie in the mid to late stream.
A live stream banana?
Bonanza.
Oh, bonanza. Live stream banana is kind of a different vibe. Okay, first.
A banana stream live stream. Like banana splits are going to show up at some point. We're having banana cocktails. We're having air fried bananas.
Windmill.
It's crazy in here.
Finished. Done. Passed.
Oh, we get 4 spells with our avatar.
Oh, yep. And then we can mulligan this if we don't want it.
We don't want it.
I mean, this is a good question. Do I want this or not?
Okay.
Down it goes.
Start of my turn. Let's draw a site. Killer. Let's tap here. I'm going to play a Forge and get a Lance token.
Nice. You can put it on your spell slinger? Me as well.
I need to go grab it. Yeah, I am.
I got him. Boy.
Boy.
There any good costume shops in town? Get some banana costumes. Banana bonanza.
That is maybe the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Did you grab it?
It's like Peter Pan. It's an imaginary token.
Dang. Oh, this is going to be a heater for your friends here on the stream. I do have, though, one of the things that's really important to have, I think, is Mountain Pass and Hunting Party in my opening hand. I'm really going to be looking to set this up, and of course he'll have like removal for it, but that's a very strong position to be in. Anyway, never mind.
I just have a pile of tokens. I'm sure there's a lance in here somewhere. Maybe not.
There should be. Those look like mine, right?
I don't know. I don't know where they came from.
Well, they probably came from that little box I was trying to open. Or I was opening and trying to use.
Over to you.
Okay, let's get open. Let's draw a spiel.
A spell. I got it. Took me a minute, honestly.
Let's play a Mountain Pass. And then we'll just play a Cloud Spirit on it, so it won't block it. It's airborne.
Okay.
But we're getting set up.
Let's draw a spell. Okay. 2 life, huh?
Oh. Apparently there's been a catastrophic mishap with the coasters.
Oh, according to the naming of the coaster. I got the
According to the
Zach
names on
coaster.
the coaster.
Get out of here.
I got the
dude.
Steven coaster.
Come on.
Who even did this?
Oh.
I think so. John, were you messing with us?
I was not. But thank you, Frank. You've just saved us from catastrophe.
Who knows what would have happened if we hadn't fixed that? I mean, I don't want to do this.
Just give me something to remove, buddy.
No. I guess I'll waste it.
You know, this... Hold on. Don't kill me yet. Okay? Because if we're thinking correctly about this game, this Cloud Spirit should be here. Because the range of movement is the same in terms of threats.
You should do that.
But the threat to Violimp and stuff is low.
Okay.
There you go.
I will instead draw a sight.
It's important to get better, you know?
So they say. So they say.
I feel like I just enjoy the game too much to get good. It's a problem.
That's a new take.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this site. I don't want to play it, but I'm going to.
Is it a desert?
No, it's a treetop hideout.
What does it say?
I may give a stealth to a nearby allied minion.
You don't have one?
I don't have one.
Yep, just needed the thresh.
But I'm going to magic missiles.
Okay, so you did the same thing.
I'm going to do 1 to your avatar.
Yeah, card for card, but you're one.
But it did change what I did, for sure.
Very nice.
Over to you.
Okay.
Milk Bread, I'm with you saying I adore these tiny tokens. They're so good.
Big question.
So technically there can be one groundbound thing here, but then there can be many flyers above the mountain pass.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Love that card. I haven't seen it in a minute.
Okay. Deserts. You gotta honor the deserts too. You know that's a problem. You gotta honor the deserts.
They do exist.
They do exist. Let's try a shite.
What'd you say?
Shite.
Let's draw a shite.
Draw a shite.
I'm gonna be honest, I've never drawn a shite. Oh man. Speaking of, so I was telling you this week about when I was younger, I used to draw a lot. One thing I drew a lot was Dragon Ball Z characters. The reason that's relevant is because this weekend, my wife and I don't want to say my wife and I convinced my wife to start watching Dragon Ball Z Kai with me.
Okay.
Do you know what Kai is?
No.
Kai is like this has been streamlined and edited down to remove the like 10 hours of
Screaming. Okay.
anyways, having her watch the first 2 episodes like if she was doing like a Mystery Science commentary the whole time, that content would slay. I was dying, and I was actually telling her, like, genuinely, if this is at all enjoyable for you, it is so much better to me than just watching the show.
So good.
Because it is so funny. Like, the first time Roshi made a joke, she couldn't handle it. Anyway, I digress.
Go ahead. Stop in there.
Let's draw us. You just had a little foot soldier?
Yeah.
Spell. Okay. Can't let you encroach on my land.
Yeah, it does feel weird, doesn't it, every time?
I declare. I'm going to play a Plume Pegasus here.
Okay.
Over to you.
Over to me. I guess I got to choose here, don't I?
Just for you, as stated earlier, totally unscripted and unfiltered. Okay, Pat Sen, I would love to see that. Yeah, I just, it is so funny. So many things. It's like, why does he have a cloud? Does everyone get a cloud? And then he just flies. It's like, why does he use the cloud? And then I'm sitting there thinking, like, I mean, eventually he stops using the cloud. And I don't remember why.
Is she familiar with Journey to the West?
I'm not familiar with Journey to the West.
If you're familiar with Journey to the West, it will enhance your DBZ experience a lot.
Fascinating. I mean, I loved it as a kid, and I'm loving it now.
It's kind of like riffing on Robin Hood. If you know the baseline story of Robin Hood, a story that riffs on the idea and the characters, you'll understand a lot more.
Yeah.
Journey to the West is kind of one of those essential reading for Dragon Ball.
Cool. I may take you up on that. For some reason, when you said Journey to the West, I was thinking Five Goes West.
That would be a very different story.
Which is a movie I love.
Sight.
Fast Eddie, I've been obsessed with your Lord of the Rings TCG throwback series. Any chance y'all are going to play that again? Yes. There is a chance. I would put it at really high odds that we'll eventually play that on again. What a game.
Oh, that's not the right village, but they all do the same thing.
Pass. There's just so much removal that we all have. It's just kind of a waste of time to do any of this. Everything I play just gets removed.
It's going to die.
Yeah.
Draw sight.
See, and I hate drawing sites. We shouldn't be doing this because...
Well, I need to get to 7.
Yeah. Well, and I don't want to waste a lot of sites that do good things on things that, like, I hate playing this and not getting a foot soldier. Drive me crazy.
I do understand that.
Drive me crazy. I think if you're thinking about sorcery, correctly, you really just always have to play your best play without terribly overthinking the kind of removal problems.
You have to force it out of their hand, for sure.
Yeah. That's why these old Magic players are good at it. Is like, they don't get weirded out by the fact that everything's getting removed all the time.
Let's play a simple village.
I get too attached.
Yeah. You do that for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Then...
It's all just zeros and ones, really.
I will pass.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Because he can't shoot my land, right?
No.
Yeah. I mean, he could. It just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I suppose he could, yeah.
Let me just click on this. What does this mean? Top fans. XP. What's a leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. Resets every stream so you can always try again. Collect experience points. Send live chat messages. Send super chats and super chat stickers. So spam chat and become a top fan. Who's our number 1 right now? Totally random. Current leader on the leaderboard.
Boom.
You guys got to catch up.
Boom.
Okay, pet number 2. Frank? Did we say Levi like the jeans? Number 3. We determined it was Levi, right?
I'm going to draw a card.
Steven's not listening. You're so focused. He's so focused today.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, you're the. What's happened here?
This game is good.
It was the coasters.
Oh,
It was the coasters.
Yeah.
Halfway through this game, you'll revert to your normal personalities.
It's like our version of Freaky Friday.
That's right.
But I'm trying to think of something that rhymes with Thursday. That is,
It's freaky.
Thursday.
Frank does confirm, just like the jeans.
What do you call it when you have a thing that helps you remember a thing?
Heuristic. That's what Brendan always called it.
There's a something device.
Mnemonic?
Mnemonic device,
Mnemonic
yeah.
device?
Mnemonic device, I'll get there.
Yeah, Brendan did always say the heuristic.
He did.
His heuristic was to call things heuristic.
Yeah, he's
Just start there.
special guy. I don't know that I can do the thing that I don't want to do. I don't know that you can make me do it.
You sound a lot like Captain Jack Sparrow right now.
Savvy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do it, I'm doing it. Watch me do it. Let's desert that foot soldier.
He gone.
Yeah. And that goes to 5. Yeah, I think we need to get it in. Okay, and then I'm going to grapple shot here for 3 and then range for 3.
So I take 6?
Yes.
Do I lose my lance?
No. Your lance is forever. If you're a minion, you lose your lance.
That is some next level sauce right there.
I'll pay 2 for scarabs.
Yeah, not big in it, man. Okay. Mine?
Yeah. Now, you might argue, if you put scarabs here, you can't desert it. But it does give you a straight line for like a magic missiles or a heat ray. So which is more rare? The desert or the projectile? This also threatens the Pegasus.
Probably the desert.
Is more rare.
Mm-hmm. I opened 4 packs, so let's just assume there's a 1 in 4 chance. So I probably have 1 desert on average.
Mm-hmm. And you don't even want to go to 3 fire anyway right now. So
from I'm gonna put every piece of removal I can in the deck.
Mm-hmm. This is like a great, it's a great decision point. What do you do?
I don't know. There's an answer, honestly.
What's the best option here? So we'll just call that good.
Okay. Let's draw a spell.
This goes. Oh, and this. Let me move this, bro.
Wasteland over here.
Almost happened. It's almost a desert. I figure if you want to eat this with a Pegasus, Scarabs keeps you off of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that's better there, I think. It opens up Pegasi there, which we're okay with.
The scarabs are a problem. Don't like it. I think I just gotta button this one up. Alright, Pegasus is gonna move here.
Move?
Yeah. And then he's gonna get this.
Okay.
Well, before he gets that, I'm gonna Shatter Strike him.
Okay.
Then he's gonna get the Lance token. And then I'll pass to you.
Okay. Let's draw a spiel. Still weird?
It's not that weird. It's a little weird.
You do that. You do that. Scarabs would still take out the targets. This is great. Yeah, lance tokens. Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. Does any of this matter? Let's draw a site. Swing for one.
Take one. Look at you, Mr. Aggro.
I'm swing for one here. You gotta do something about that. And then let's just go hippogriffs for 3.
Oof. We bleeding. How many cards you got left?
I have 2 normal cards and 1 site.
Mine? Let's draw a spell. Okay. Pegasus will move here.
Okay.
Let's have play Pebble Paths here. Let's go.
What's up, Sita?
Border Militia.
Okay. Four little dudes.
Little dudes. My army. And then I'm gonna go ahead and play
Rain of Arrows. Sequencing, you know, sequencing.
I don't know if it's worth playing that. I'll pass.
He says it's not worth playing.
Dr. Feelgood. The spell singer not losing the sphere was new to me. Learning everything, every day something new.
Only if it were to die would it lose that. Okay. We're going to think about our situation.
You're rocking me like a hurricane right now.
Currently, the rocking is...
Your theory is working.
The rocking is a miss. Yeah, I got early. I went early wild.
Yeah, that's what I did to you last time. So can they possibly recover?
Okay. I've got big ideas here, but all these little foot soldiers are like freaking me out.
It does weird things to Matt.
Okay, so we're gonna do that moves there and that. I mean, it's just like. Okay, so first.
Go on.
Okay, hold on a second. So if I do that and you don't do that, You take 1. That goes there. Da-da-da. Da-da. Okay. Swing for 1. At the site.
Yeah, we'll punch each other. Oh, at the site?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay. Love that for me. Okay. Then next up, swing at the site here for 3. Now you got to think about your little dudes.
I'll block with 3.
Okay.
Bot.
Okay. Now we'll go. Now we need to be really careful. Okay, so we're gonna tap. Okay, that's good. But am I causing problems for future Steven with now Steven? I may have done this all wrong.
Can't rebox the unbox. Got an etiquette.
So then we go 4, 7. Okay. I think I'm just gonna do it. It's all gonna end up the same. So swinging here for 4. And then magic missiles for 3. And heat ray for 2. And then
yikes.
do we move or do we cast? We'll move up. Pass it to you.
Alright. X-Wing players. Let's draw 7. I see you're just gonna kill me. There's that desert.
Gonna do 1 here?
No. I'll swing here for 4 into you.
You got it. 15.
You do have air, so I gotta watch out for lightning bolts. You have 1 spell in hand.
1 spell.
Let's go Rummy Monster. I'll swing Foot Soldier here for 1.
14.
And Boss Troll here. Over to you.
Yeah, you got 7. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. We got a few turns to figure this out, right? It's kind of the issue.
Just gotta get a poke in.
Just gotta get that poke in. But therein is the issue. There's a lot of pokes in the deck, we'll find out if they're here. Oh, do I want to get any closer to you? It's a cool game to see this. Okay, I'll just
You know what?
yeah.
I'm just gonna put this here
Okay,
as a
give you an escape.
bonus option.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
That seems very right. I'm just gonna pay 2 for Kettle Top, and then
Oh, it can be there?
can't. It can't be there. Is it minion or any unit? Minion is top. So minion there, and then I'll draw a sight.
Just tap draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll pass.
Alright, we got a turn. Let's draw a spell.
You might have multiple turns. I'm just gonna sit here It's like you spend so much to go to death's door, and then it's like, but do you just lose?
Benjamin's got a question about the Dragonlord.
Is a limit 1 general standard set by EC for Dragonlord? No. It's not. But, like, we don't want somebody to come in and scoop up 24 of them whenever if 24 players could get a playset of the cards needed versus 10 players, 20 players, 30 players, each getting 5, 10, 20 of these because they want to chase the foils or they want to get their foil playset or whatever. Knowing the amount that we have, we would rather send it to as many people as possible because a lot of people don't have a local store that's going to have these. Some people aren't making it to Gen Con or some of the conventions. So our goal is always get the most amount of these to the most amount of players rather than having a smaller amount of transactions for a larger amount of these products. That makes sense.
Pain.
You've got so much wiggle here, though.
I'm going to swing for 1.
Your max wiggle. If I block that, you're going to swing for 4, so no, it's fine. 13. But wait, hold on. Yeah, okay.
For 3.
It's kind of interesting, right? Hold on a second. Wait, do we all appreciate what all this is? What's going on here? I think I have to block this foot soldier.
Why is that?
Well, so if you're here, if I don't block this foot soldier, you just kill the leprechaun with a plume Pegasus, and then roaming monster can come in because airborne doesn't stop the mountain pass. Then I take 7. So I'm gonna take 7. I may as well not take 8 and leave my kettle top up.
That's fair.
Right?
So you're saying back it all the way up. I swing here, you block.
I have to block. But before that even, just kill this with the Pegasus, and then you get 8. Well, unless you don't want the damage. Yeah, so it's about the damage. Okay, so do I want to avoid 3 damage? Is that what you were thinking too? Because if I leave Pegasus or if I leave Kettletop out, you have to waste 3 damage on killing that, so you can do 4 damage with the monster.
Or I can force you to take 3, trying to prevent 4.
I either take 8 or I take 5.
And then do other things.
But I have a leprechaun at the end.
I think the right play, I'm just going to kill you with Pegasus.
Okay.
And then I'll swing for 1 with this foot soldier.
Yeah, okay.
And I still have a foot soldier. Which seems like this is all good. This is all very good. We're going to roaming monster for 4.
But
I've now done the thing, that you're not supposed to do.
Well, I mean, this doesn't really... If I have like what would I even have here? Minor explosion, poison nova, that kind of thing?
Don't know. So part of it is you could step up and what's the card called? Like Firebolts or whatever. This one. Magic missiles.
Yeah.
I have a big body here. Because projectiles don't skip the current location anymore, right?
Yeah, in case you can't go to the desert either.
Yeah.
You give me the boss troll. Well, no, there's nothing you can do. Well, you could just put stuff in there. Just keep flooding it, dude.
You're at how many?
Give me the roaster. I'm at 9. I'm like on the way out, my man. I get 1 card. It'll be funny when you find out what this card is, too.
I'm going to play a root spider here.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
And then over to you.
Is it units or minions?
Minions.
Yeah. Your own included. Watch out. Start of the turn. Let's see if we get it.
You basically you get 2.
Done. I mean, it's not good for me.
Yeah.
That maybe can get you.
I had major explosion hanging out.
I don't even like that. I think there was a better way for me to do that with a less risky
way. Yeah.
And don't you feel like that's what the really good players do? Is yes, they could take the risk on a Death's Door and draw the kill spell, but they don't. They play it cool.
I think if your options are take the risk and hope you draw, or just keep playing fundamentals, they probably play fundamentals.
Yeah. And I couldn't play this Pukas. I couldn't draw a fire sight. So the one Pukas that we put in there instead of Land Surveyor.
Could have been Land Surveyor.
Could have been Land Surveyor, which also wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah. I feel like we actually both had, like, we were at a big seal tournament, and we played round 1, we'd both be like, okay, this is going to be good.
These are good decks.
Yeah, just having lots of removal is such an advantage, especially out of only 4 beta packs.
Yeah.
It has a lot of removal, but that's crazy.
Chaos Twister. Could have been an
That
answer.
is a good card.
It was really Chaos Twister and maybe Thundering Giant could get in there.
And the
Wildfire. That was it.
That was your 3 left. Basically, so I was going to get you to that store the next turn. You essentially had 3 turns, with the turn before that turn and the next turn, to draw one of those 3, and you probably had like 15 cards left, 18 cards left.
Probably 1 out of 5. And I don't know that Thundering Giant even does it if you stack enough things on the pony. And I don't think because I couldn't play him to the mountain pass because you were covered up.
Yeah, and then
And if I teleport here, you've got stuff.
And I had the root spider hanging.
So this is extremely lucky pull, actually. It just goes to show you. I think the odds-o-meter says just stop and play the game well, rather than going for Death's Door. That was Wildfire.
What was it last week? We were playing Constructed, and I just drew like the perfect card at the end. It just feels like it happens.
It does have it. Part of the cards, man. That's right.
I don't know, Van. I don't know who won. It cut out like.
I won on the Wildfire.
Yeah. Let me tell you this.
Set him on fire.
I think we just need to hang out for a minute.
Yeah, hang out for a minute. I gotta leave it to you anyway.
Okay. So, what else is on your mind? What's up?
Well, I wish I was going to Gen Con.
I wish you were going to Gen Con.
I'm not.
I'm going solo this year. It's weird.
Going to Crescent View. It'll be fun to go to Gen Con solo. It'll be extremely fun.
Yeah, I won't have you guys hold me back.
Yeah, finally. No, but just like you can just kind of be a guy and just wander around and then go to some nice places to eat and maybe meet up with some people and be like, hey, you want to go to lunch? You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, just a little more free floating. I'm genuinely curious how the experience will be for me individually in that sort of way.
You gonna go to Elmo's by yourself?
I don't know if I'll go by myself, but I will go to Elmo's.
Dude, going to Elmo's by yourself would be a power play.
Yeah.
That would be sick. Sit at the bar or something?
Here's the thing. I was booking reservations for Elmo's, but I'm going to be honest. Try not to, rub it in too much. But when I was booking, I actually booked way back for 1. But then I was potentially looking at booking a second.
2 nights?
Dude,
oh my God. You're going 2 nights at Elmo's?
So, I don't know. I don't know yet.
Oh my
but
goodness.
The second
2
night,
reservations for 1.
Well, no, not for 1. But the much closer, looking the second time, from like 5 to 9 p.m. was booked every night. And I booked a reservation for like 7:30 one of the nights, way back. But during the day was like wide open.
That's what it's about.
Because everyone's going to be over at Gen Con, and it's
about,
like, oh, it's 1 p.m. Just
Dude,
can you imagine? Just go.
Dude, 1 p.m. afternoon haze, get a steak.
Solitary experience. No phone, nothing. Just you and Elmo's.
That would be sick.
Also, if you're going to Gen Con and you haven't been to Elmo's, you probably should.
I mean, the vibe there is just maybe worth the cost, depending on where you are financially. But like, it's just there for
you
me.
can just get a potato.
You can just get a potato.
I've
seen it happen.
I don't want to. I'm gonna say this because we're like deep into the stream, and most people are gonna be watching. It's one of those like, this is like not talking about your deck list. But last time we were at Gen Con together, Elmo's opened an upstairs kind of like speakeasy.
That's right.
And if you are on a budget, that is the Elmo experience.
That's right. I remember that.
They have this like bar with some of the food, but it's like cheaper versions of like smaller plate food. The cocktails are just as good as the real deal. And it's not, they have like a fireplace area and it's just a cool bar.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm sad to not go to Elmo's.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest part of the whole thing. Huh. Okay. Well, Dragonlord will be there, we think, to some degree. It might get swarmed. I don't know what's going to happen with this.
Brent has a good question.
What do we got?
It's up on screen. We all sold out? What are we
Brent,
looking
no, that's why I said we should hang out for a few minutes.
We're not sold out, are we?
This is our number here.
Of sold?
Uh-huh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we're about to be out. That's why I was saying we need to hang out for a few minutes.
There's going to be some people that are absolutely devastated about this.
Yeah, if you're watching and you haven't ordered yet and you want it, no FOMO. Just
Wow.
real.
Yeah, no.
Real talk.
I can't believe I almost made that bet with you that we would not sell out. I would have lost a lot
I almost
of
got
money.
a lot of money.
I
thought about
I said,
taking-
I'm going to bet you $1,000 we will not sell out of these.
I almost took it.
Dang. But remember what I said? This is why I'm a responsible bettor.
Because you don't have it to
I
lose.
can't bet the money that I can't lose.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to hand me a pink slip or something.
I already the coil in my AC unit is shot.
You need to win the bet.
So I've got to replace it. That's what the betting was for.
You guys have had some car trouble.
Everything's been going pretty poorly externally for me, yes, in the past year.
Internally, we're good?
Well, family's good.
Oh, yeah.
So baby's good. We're healthy enough. Well, we're healthy enough that we're not going in to see if we're unhealthy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no
there's
major
no pressing
illnesses.
issues.
Yeah.
And, dogs are good. So those things are good.
Mm.
But it's just, I was talking to Reeves this morning. We met for breakfast, and I was like, honestly, I kind of have this feeling that my life had been a little too easy leading up to all of this.
Before all of it?
Like my 35 years of...
I was going to say, when did that moment...
36-ish years were like really smooth sailing. I was very fortunate. I had a really good family life growing up. I did well in school. I had a great college experience. Have a wonderful job.
Great job with a great boss.
Great job. Best boss ever
But
I've ever imagined. He really couldn't build it from
he
scratch.
he probably needs like a mug that says that.
Yeah.
You know?
Best boss. I can see that. But then it's kind of like all of that is trying to now get counterbalanced by this giant golf club hitting me in the face.
This is gonna go places.
I'm still managing it though. I'm still on top. I'm still floating.
There's chat. Benjamin asked a question: how do you think SCG will impact sorcery, the reach of sorcery? And I want to answer that in a second. However, I want to ask you on this note in a really serious way. Do you think like the cosmic scales of karma are real and balance out? Because I don't.
No, I don't think there's a balance to it.
I know there's
at times I get the sense that there are like that your soul material is here in the earth life to work through something. Maybe like you need to go. For instance, I came into the deck building and I was like, I'm gonna not focus on the 4 strength things only. I'm gonna try to run a lower to the ground deck. I didn't really do that successfully, but I did. I had some early plays. But like I think like sometimes the soul soup feels like it's like sending me in to be like, we need you to learn this lesson. We need you to learn how to run the 2 costs. We need you to learn how to like love people, etc. So I don't know. That's a helpful thing to think when times are tough. So it's helpful there. It's also like you're always learning things. So like it's very easy also to like make a proof of that because it's like, well, look at what I learned whenever I went through this thing. But like that's what everybody's doing. So it doesn't, there's no, obviously metaphysicality there's no proof for it, or else we'd all have an easier time just saying like, oh, this is how it works. But I get comfort, I guess, in thinking that this challenge that is in front of me is like productive,
purposeful.
It's not just me getting wrecked. Yeah. It actually is like productive on some kind of.
I'm almost regardless of what you do think. If it doesn't have meaning, it doesn't matter anyway. So may as well assume it does.
Pasco's wager, baby.
Yeah.
Well.
I knew there was a proper name for that.
It's not exactly that, but it's basically believe in the thing that would make the most sense to, or would be the worst to not believe in.
Yes. So if you believe it's pointless, someone acting like it is or isn't pointless has the same outcome.
Yeah. So
if there is a point and you just act like it's pointless, you have now wasted your life.
that's right. To some degree.
Yeah. What about the SCG news? Do you think it's going to increase reach for Sorcery as a positive? What's your take on it?
I don't think it can be anything but positive. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about casual play that nobody can identify that nobody can cleanly define. In that, does it have to be non-competitive opportunities in a game for it to remain casual? Will the culture shift if we get a certain group of Sorcery players going to very big level competitive events? When they come back to their local stores, their local environments, or their local play groups, are they going to now be like jerks where they normally were not? I think the prizing is going to be very Sorcery. So I think you're going to like win a painting rather than $1,000. So I think if Sorcery
did they talk about the avatars? They did, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
We're late into the stream, so I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did.
So if Sorcery were to go to SCG Con and say $20,000 to the champion, you would get a lot of TCG try-hard, sweaty folks coming in trying to win the money. And they wouldn't care about Sorcery, and they wouldn't care about anything about the game. They would
I don't think it's going to be that prize, though.
They would get the Hamiltons, the worst people. You'd get the Hamiltons coming in just to win the game to get the money.
He's like one of the best competitive people to have. Anyways, carry on.
But as long as you don't suddenly draw a bunch of people into the community that don't care about the game and just want the prizes, I don't care what you do. Yeah. I think that's when things really turn sideways.
Yeah, I do think, to me, having some major tentpole events throughout the year with a game that only has one set, for people that are into traveling to events and competing on some level, no matter how serious, it feels like that can't hurt. Mm-hmm. And then you have, they're talking about the booth with the demo and the learn to play events and all that kind of stuff. So it seems like it would be hard for it to hurt. I do think it'll be very productive. Mm-hmm. It's almost like it was unexpected to me out of Sorcery given the focus over the years.
Yeah.
And I feel like I know Eric / Eric's Curiosa enough to know that unlike Magic, because Star City Games, side note, was huge in the early days of Magic.
Sure.
I mean, it's like a legacy thing. Mm-hmm. So if they're trying to go with the old playbook but not veer off course, that's the whole Sorcery thing to me. Yeah. It's like, why make it? It's because you don't want to become the thing Magic ultimately became. Mm-hmm. Those are my words, not his. Mm-hmm. But Brent's saying we're out of stock, by the way. That's probably true. We'll get to that in a second. So as long as...
I will say this. If I were a Sorcery player, I would not worry about the demand for this game. If I was a collector right now, I would say, oh, okay, everything's cool. People aren't bailing out. All this doom and gloom about, oh my God, Arthurian legends, and no one's going to want anything from Sorcery, and they're ruining everything, and they don't know what they're doing. I think we have very good proof here that is not true. Now, people don't know the numbers, but like, my God.
Yeah, Dragonlord gone.
Yeah.
Thank you for buying it and supporting us, and shout out to Eric's Curiosa for making a product that is awesome. And
took a big risk on this, too.
Yeah. But, certain decisions like reprinting beta make a lot more sense if in the background you're talking to Star City Games, you're going to have all these tentpole events.
Right.
And you're expecting growth, even though if you're not ready to announce the things that you're planning on doing. Mm-hmm. But it's charming to think about if you could start over with Magic in 93 and not make the decisions, whatever decisions they made that you disagree with as a creator. I think that's what we're getting with Sorcery. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of intentional plays off of the legacy of Magic. So I'm sure, I'd be curious to talk to Eric about this on a podcast at some point maybe, but just getting into Star City Games is probably, for an old Magic player, like a very charming thing to be true.
And let me tell you this too, as a marketing thinking person, I don't think the tournament matters at all.
Agreed.
But I think what does matter is giant displays of hand-painted, amazing art that cuts right through all of this digital, low-stakes stuff that you're going to see all over SCG Con, all the way from Sonic the Gathering, whatever that is, to... yeah, it's like, you're going to have... what you're going to have, Zach, is you're going to have these people who have been in love with Magic for a long time, and they're sitting there playing a tournament. It's going to be like your origin story.
Yep.
And they're sitting across from somebody, and that person plays the whatever, the Walking Dead, have you. And they're going to look over, and they're going to see this giant Gothic
or Ed Beard
display
Dragon.
or Edward
Yeah.
Jr.'s Dragonlord set, and they're going to go over there and be like, what is this?
What is this? Yeah.
And that's all you need.
Yeah. Because that's like, for me, they announced those events and we booked flights to Houston. I was like, I'm going to go. I'm going to play in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I do not care what the prizes are, or I don't think I'm going to win either. But there's just something to having it. And I do think these events are routinely bringing a lot of people in that might be interested in sorcery and maybe still have no idea about what it is.
Yeah.
So to your point,
Tons of growth.
sit in an event, you look over and you see sorcery walking by and there's a demo and you play it, and like sorcery is something special and it's different. And you can feel that the moment you see it.
Yeah.
And so I think whatever they're doing to just get in front of people who might be interested and otherwise not know about it, it can't, as long as it doesn't become, like if it switches to now they're just going to have bro tours and tournaments and cash prizes and
It
stuff,
ain't happening.
which I don't think is happening. I think it's just a huge net positive. And it's crazy going into essentially Dragonlord, Gothic, etc. And then if you imagine Gothic hitting and we just have every couple months another big moment for sorcery, a big event, probably reveals, maybe artists being around, the whole thing. So it's nice.
Gothic on the table at SCG Con. You walk over and then you know what you hear? It's like once a year.
Yeah.
You don't have to give up what you're doing. You don't have to give up what you're doing here at SCG Con to also enjoy this.
That's right.
And I think it just could be
And
revolutionary.
I think the vibe will be totally different in that area than everywhere else. To be clear, we held a very, very very small amount of inventory back for missing, damage, customer service kind of issues. But as far as we're planning, we're out. If we're out, we're out, and it's over. So this will be available seemingly through local stores. That's being solicited through distribution in the near future.
But given this,
but I think limited.
It won't
I think
be for long.
I think limited.
Yeah.
And then it'll be available at the Sorcery/Eric's Curioso booth at Gen Con. And I think you said in the Crossroads events, in store kits, there's some.
I had heard, and I think this was just in Discord or something, that they would have them at the places that they went as a organization. So like if there was an Eric's Curiosa presence at Sorcery Con or something, they kind of bring the wall and the booth.
Or like SCG Con.
And the Dragonlord sets with them, I think. But, they could run out too. I don't, and maybe
100%.
I don't know if they would reprint them or not.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Eric's Curiosa. Thank you for making this
it.
amazing game and all these great products.
Got an
Ed Beard Jr. also shout out. This art is phenomenal. I cannot wait to crack into this thing. Everyone watching and buying things from us. Thank you. We couldn't do it without
Thanks
you.
for being here, y'all.
Yeah. Shout out to John for being here too.
We'll see you next time. See ya.